Okay, welcome to my presentation. So today I'm going to present one specific project that me and my lighting design studio we did in Vietnam, the urban lighting strategy actually. This is really about urban lighting, the strategy of Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. But also I would like to discuss today and also explain my point of view about why lighting designers have a unique position in a project. I would like to know, by the way, in the room, who are lighting designer, practitioner about lighting, doing design. If you can just raise your hand, just for me to have an idea in terms of proportion. So it's quite low, maybe 5%. Okay. So it's interesting between us to discuss this topic, but also for all the people who are working with lighting designer to understand also a bit more what we can bring in a project in terms of expertise, knowledge, and experience. So first, I'm going to explain about the strategy of lighting for the capital of Hanoi, the story, because it's an interesting story. How I came to this story, actually. So my company is ScenoLight Atelier. We are doing lighting design. I've been contacted by Dezo Asia. It's an architect and planners who have been actually contacted by AFD, the Agence Française, AFD in English. This is a French organization who partners with different capitals in the world to bring some expertise from France, So the first one was Dezo, the architect planners. And they thought about this, like, yes, we need also the lighting. And Paris Region, so it's also an organization from France, from Paris, also about bringing expertise to oversee. I don't know. Sorry. So a little bit about me. So I'm the co-founder and creative director of ScenoLight Atelier. I'm based in Southeast Asia, mostly Vietnam and Thailand, since 10 years. I would say about 10 years. And I work internationally, study internationally. So I have a good experience about different contexts, also how to learn about the context, the different cultures, and the combination or the shock of cultures. So by the way, this is also the discussion we're going to have tomorrow about culture and light. And why we have been also called on this project, because we have previous experiences working with the Vietnamese government project. So one of the interesting one, because it has been done very, very good, is this one in central Vietnam. And this project is an urban area, plaza, I would say. And we have to really explain about light pollution in this project, because most of the project you can see here, just next, it's very, very bright, like almost like daytime, because the beach is fulfilled by floodlights. So in terms of contrast, you cannot find bigger contrast, I think, because here we have no light. And argument was, of course, the citizens want to enjoy light, but they also want to enjoy the natural lights of the sky, the stars' night, the moonlight. And to balance this darkness, was a bit shocking, we create this fontaine, which is actually also entertaining place for the citizens, for the kids. So we designed this fontaine also to create a labyrinth. So it's really design, you know. It's not only lighting, also water. So we have also an expert about water and fountain engineering in this project. And after that, all the lighting in this project are only some floor lights, like very low level, and some tree. That's it. Very basic. And also to answer a big question is the budget. So we have to fit in a kind of tight budget, so we have to be smart in terms of solution, which is good for the light pollution because you minimize the quantity, minimize the power, and you can get something that fit also with the environmental targets. This one is different, it's in the north. It's a private developers, but contract by the government, I would say, so it's also an urban area, completely open for the public. This one, we work on this kind of bespoke pole light projectors. Before, they already have a lighting strategy, I mean a lighting plan designed by the governmental service, following the regulation about what are the safety in terms of illumination level. We decide to erase everything and redo it. In terms of design, also the architect and planners, they were very satisfied to have something that fit with their design and not standard system pole light, which is not efficient, not nice. And this one, they combine also with other systems like CCTV, other electronic system, and also for advertising. This project is already built. This one is a competition for the ministry of different top ministries in the North Vietnam. This one, we didn't win the competition, but also we tried to keep the park at least quite low in terms of illumination, but each buildings have to be illuminated in terms of facade. And this one is a bridge. We do also many bridges in Vietnam. And it's also interesting topic because the bridges is usually a place where you have a lot of colorful light, RGB, light. We are also convincing them that single color is good. It's also a signature. It's more about the design, how you design it. So we have many projects like these bridges with one single color or two colors. So coming to the project now, what is it about? So Hanoi is a capital of Vietnam, a big city, of course, but we were, our target area was only this area, this triangle, which is between the Opera House, the governmental building for we call it the guest house, National Bank of Vietnam. Very key area, like very interesting in terms of heritage. This is the old quarter and very central. The project from the architect Dezo is marvelous. They did a very big work of analysis, all the facades, all the pavements, everything. It's a big, very big work we have done here. And then along them, we work on the lighting. Sorry, why? Yeah. So when we arrive on this project, we have no programs, no guidelines. So just, okay, you are a lighting designer, give us a lighting strategy. So we have no program, no guidelines. No history of lighting planning, so no documents, nothing to refer to. We have limited consultancy resources in terms of resources to finance the research and resources in terms of time, about 3 months to come up with a lighting strategy. And very basic inputs, so the local office and governmental services, they try to help us as much as possible. So of course they have to research a bit in their document, but it was not very well organized, of course, because this is the first time they did that. But at least we have all their collaboration to find out what we need. And yes, sorry, short research time. Yeah, I said about 3 months. Yeah. So what we apply, I call it the system D. So this is a French term, system D. D means débrouille in French. It means do it like how you can do it. You have this, and you need to come up with this. So find some solution to do it. So this kind of situation, I already have it in different other countries. It's very interesting situation because this is not of course, my home country. They have a culture, they have a history. I have mine also in terms of studies, in terms of experience. So this is where also we can have an opportunity to combine the things and to bring our knowledge and also to understand what is the contextual history and things that we need to consider in our study. So how we start? We start by analyzing the situation. So we call it also diagnostic. And to be clear, to come up with this kind of illumination levels survey, but we did it by ourselves. We walk during 2-3 nights in a row with a lux meter, photometric calculator, and then you bring the data on your computer, you come up with this map. And then with this, you can start to have a kind of first approach about the lighting situation. Then after that, all the luminaires and fixtures we document. So it's a lot of different things, because during the different years after years, you replace something or you add something, the old things is still there, but it's not working anymore. So we need to do very, very deep research about this to explain also what you can delete, replace. And after that, the nightscape situation. So the nightscape situation, the urban lighting, but also the facade, public or private facade, we need to also document a lot, because you can see quickly that there's a lot of issue, of course, in terms of quality of light illumination, or the colors, or the glare, or many type of small problems. So put this together, yes, it creates some very strange nightscape, actually. So the first step is set up the objective, the target. So what do we want in terms of lighting strategy? So this is our proposal, master plan, and the idea of creating a kind of golden triangle between the very important monument like Hanoi Opera, Governmental Guest House, Bank of Vietnam. And we have this park here, also very nice. It's going to be a zoom later, I'm going to explain. And then after that, going deeper in the lighting strategy, so we start to split the different type of streets in terms of width, in terms of use, and then in terms of lighting, then it's coming with some target in terms of illumination level, lux level. This we also compare with the official regulations in Vietnam, because of course in Vietnam we have the regulation for mostly about the traffic lanes, so minimum for different type of roads, color temperatures. And we have some references. Very important also to explain the project, to use accurate references of different other cities. Here we are using mostly from Paris. Why? Because this old quarter have been also built by during the French colony, so it's a French style old town. The opera house is very French style, also you will see. So in terms of lighting, we were thinking, okay, maybe it's good also to come back to the origin, because we did also a lot of research about the very, very first artificial light has been installed. So we come back a bit to the yellow tones, and these kind of things. Again, a bit more details in terms of equipment, style, but also in terms of light direction, like beams. So we give them also some information more technical to be more accurate with the, again, lighting pollution, to be more efficient. We also run a lot of photometric calculation to give also some standard, implementation in each kind of street we identified. So this is a lot of work that we have done here, because this is not big, but still you have different type of streets, different type of situation. You need to really think in terms of future development, because this is the objective. This is not the project final. This is a document that I hope another lighting designer will take in hand, and we have a first direction to design really the final project. So this is, after that, in the objectives, the situation today. Okay, and this is the target, the project. So you can, of course, see that we clean mostly everything about color. There's no more color for permanent illumination, only warm and warm tones mostly. And we also delete this big floodlight here, very glare, to illuminate the central area, but it's actually absolutely not efficient, by the way, so we decided to delete it. This is actually the main street. Here you have the Opera House that we don't see because it's so much glare in the street. It creates a filter and you don't see the back. Same effect for the light pollution in the sky actually, but in the street. So here we decide to highlight the opera facade properly and to really go much lower in the street. And also we explain that has to be programmed like on timer, different time in the night to lower, after that late night. And even during celebration, we have a system to connect temporary decorative illumination. Could be also dynamic, can be very colorful, no problem. This is the festivity, it's not permanent. Because right now, for this kind of decoration, they install other system with other cabling, so it's really impractical. And then for the facades, we also just give some direction. It's not very well designed yet, but at least some direction how we could enhance the facade differently. So this is today and proposal. Okay, and then second step of this lighting strategy story. This is the application. So you have the target, so now how you can apply this. So this is a document, more detail here. And this document is something that the local government can give to the future people involved in the urban planning or lighting planning even. So this is something that gather all the information, the objective, and more technical details. So this is a document about maybe 50 pages. And we also did this document in French, in English, and Vietnamese, 3 languages. By the way, when you translate also the term from your original language, French for me, or English to another language like Vietnamese, there is also a lot of discussion internally in my team how to translate properly the terms, about lighting, about even technical term is more easy, but about the ambience, the atmosphere is an interesting topic, but need to work on that. And then the third is a project. Okay, you have a project now from someone. So this is not, the guideline is not only for the public areas, but also for the private facade, of course. Sorry, I forgot to notice that. So we create this form that anyone who have a project, you need to ask for a permit license. This is about the height, but what about lighting? So this is an extra document that we propose. The owner of the building, the future construction, has to fill in to inform the government what's going to be the lighting. Because today it's just a surprise, nobody knows, of course. So this is a document that we create also in French, French and Vietnamese. And you can see, I don't have in English here, but we ask, of course, what type of lighting, but we ask also who is the lighting designer. Because the facade lighting in Vietnam mostly is not done by lighting designer. So we ask also, we really push for that. Like if you want to have control about the lighting in your city, about the nightscape, you need to involve lighting designer. Meeting with the government, we did a lot, discussion, presentation. This photo is not from this project, it's another one because we cannot take photo, but this is similar situation. And even more people than that, it can gather 30 to 40 people around the table with different feedback. So you need to integrate. It's a lot of work also for us to analyze the feedback from different departments, different people, different point of view. We also did a conference, public conference about nightscape on site, next to the site. So you have the citizens from Hanoi, you have students from architecture school, from landscape design school. And then we have this full day of exhibition and discussion about, not only about the lighting, but it was a highlight also because it was a new topic and very interesting. And one of the students in this competition was, after that, in my team, he decided to learn about lighting design with us. And then, so this is project, this is paper, and now how to make it real. So they decide to select a part of this area, which is the Dien Hong Park, as a pilot project. So a project to show in real what could be at a bigger scale. This is a project from the architect. Basically, they keep the fontaine, of course. This is a very nice fontaine. I don't know, maybe about 100 years old. And of course, all the trees. Even they bring more trees in the new project. But all the rest was completely renovated completely. So this is a lighting master plan. We don't see much things because actually we decide also to be very careful with the illumination, but we decide to highlight the fontaine mostly. We use some technique a bit similar to the project in Korea before with light projections from pole. So we are coming also from the theater world, so it's a theatrical method to highlight monuments with 3 directions. We also analyzed the activities on site. I spent a few nights there. I realized that a lot of young people come here to play the volleyball, and they don't have enough light. They bring their own light. This is very amazing, battery and on light. So we choose to highlight this part, and with the architect, we also be careful about the dimension for a standard volleyball place for the people to keep using this place by night. So this is a good example of combination of urban planning and lighting by observing the site and how the citizens use the place. This is the visuals, so different point of view. And then the waiting. I said the waiting because after we have done all these things, maybe about 6 months completely with the meetings, presentation, we have a handover or document and not so much information about what was going on. You know, we knew that they were about to bid, but we were not involved actually in this stage. But finally, after maybe 1 year, I received the photo, so it was done. Thank you. Very good surprise for me, actually. And it was done, from my opinion, I visited the site, of course, quite good. They follow the direction. They follow the main information about how to install the lighting projection for the fontaine. So this is different point of view. For example, these big trees, it was a discussion at one time like, oh, we should eliminate this tree. I said, no, we don't need to eliminate the tree. This tree is very nice by contrast, actually. So it's very nice by contrast. Of course, it's a lot of dark and shadowing, but this is what we also try to convince them to keep contrast, to lower the illumination, and to focus on the fontaine, mostly. So this is different point of view. The fontaine here in the middle. I did a night tour recently with some friends. I didn't tell them anything, and when we arrived on this area, they said, "Oh, we feel very different here." Yeah, I told them this is the lighting. See, the lighting have a very strong impact because, in fact, we minimize really the number of light source. We make it very contrast, low illumination, and you feel better. So this is a good news when they told me that. The only thing they add is these bollards, those bollards. I don't know why, maybe to think like it's going to highlight the flowers, but it's not our project, this bollard. After that, they asked us to extend our area of study. So the area we were before is just here on above, and they asked us to also think about the lighting around the lake. Very interesting projects. Of course, today I don't explain this project because it's a bit too long, but this is also the visual, same, mostly projection from pole to down, so we avoid the uplight for the light pollution. For the heritage, same technique, projection from pole. So we clean all the spotlight mounted on the heritage facade and the cables, which are not nice by day. It's also a good point. And for the lake, most of the concept was about mirror effect. So we have a very important installation of lighting for the trees. Also, according to the time, we have a dimming system. The monument, the gate in the middle, which is one of the symbols of Hanoi. It's tunable white, so it means it's going from cool to very warm. And then we have also different type of illumination programs according to the seasons, because in Hanoi you have 4 seasons, and one season is very colorful by the flowers. Autumn also very colorful in the autumnal tones. Winter, less leaves, so less light also. Okay. So why lighting designers are unique? Because we are the only ones who are manipulating an intangible matter to create a physical space, which is very unique. So this is something that I think makes us very different. We gather art and science in a daily thinking. When we design light, we always have the thinking about, okay, power, lux, it's very technical, very science, light waves. But we also have this, of course, this art aspect in our project. We link outdoor and indoor. In a project, we are the only one doing that in terms of, again, in terms of vision and physical space. We are working with landscape designer, architect for the facade, and interior designer for interior. So we are the link between, in terms of space, and the only one to do that. So it put us at a central position also. I think it's unique because we have, of course, the connection with the client or developers or city, government. We have also the contact with the operator, if it's for a project, private project, architect, landscape designer, interior designer, electrical engineer, IT engineer, and then after that with the brands, manufacturers of luminaires, the contractor, installer. So this is why I think the lighting designer is really someone who can bring people together for a project, and a central person, not someone, okay, we need some light, call a lighting designer, thank you for the nice project, we're going to manage. No, we should be there because we are also good to translate, to understand each one, objective and constraints. So I take this chance to be on stage also to present this project, that a good example of collaboration. I collaborate with Mr. Ryan from Pakistan. He's a scientist astronomer, and we create this artwork about light pollution, circadian rhythm. It's an artwork who bring a story to explain the audience the importance of light in their life, for their health, for the environment. So this artwork is not done yet. It's just like a month ago we finalized the design. But we are looking for anyone interested to be involved with us, also sponsorship. We already submit this artwork proposal to several festivals, Not in Korea, but maybe why not in the future. We have videos, we have many things. If anyone interested, I can show you more. I have a slide for question, but maybe it's no later.
Please.
Yeah? Okay.
Yes.
Because I see 3 seconds left, so I'm very good. But for the question, it's a bit short.
Yes, we have the lady at the center. Before you address your questions, please make sure that you introduce yourself first.
Hello, thank you for your beautiful presentation. My name is Hyunho Gu from living in Seoul and running a business, Lucid, called Lucid. My question is about the first project you presented about the triangular rod and how you work with architecture students and government. But I wonder how you convince the local business owner of a retail or building owner how you could reduce the light pollution which is already exists at that road, and then try to make balanced and focus on what you want to light it up.
You are talking about the first project, one
Yes.
of the, yeah. How I convinced them. Yeah, yes, it was a long discussion. In fact, to convince people, I use emotions mostly. So I use in this case, for example, the romantic way of approaching lighting. Imagine you are with your lover by the seaside, you look at the stars, you look at the night sky environment. It's much more romantic than having a floodlight above your head, putting you in the full light like this. But this is one of the arguments. Second argument is the fact that on this project we have also this fountain. So it's a balance between, okay, it's going to be dark here, but you're going to have some moment of very strong entertainment to make it also balance. And after we have all the well-known discussion about the lighting pollution, about health, your health, the wildlife, because this is a seaside, huh? So the light you have seen on the beach is very disaster for the nature. And also the tourism is one of the arguments. Tourists, they are traveling to Asia from Western country to see very nice architecture, heritage, maybe some entertainment, but also the nature, because the landscapes in Vietnam are amazing, nice. But the nature is also here because of the wildlife. So if there is no more wildlife or no more trees, it's a problem of course, for the tourism industry. So light for the birds, all the insects, we know it's very, very problematic. And for the sea wildlife also. In Vietnam, the turtles, for example, they cannot access the beach anymore because of the light. So no more turtles. So it's a lot of impact that we show them, the video, and it's about emotion also to aware people, because you see what you are doing. Of course, it's small, but plus. And you are part of the chain that create this problem. So start somewhere, and why not here? And we did it like this.
Yes,
Okay.
I think that answered the question. Maybe we can accept one more question. If you have any question, please do raise your hand and let us know. Everybody knows that it's the break time, so maybe they want to have a private conversation.
No
Okay,
problem.
then. With that, we're going to end the session with the creative director, Lamy. Thank you very much.